If you've ever paid way too much for Chick-fil-A mac and cheese, today I'm showing you how to make it even better at home with that creamy center and crispy baked top. I'm Johnny Mac, and this is the Sauce and Gravy channel. So let me quickly show you how to make Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. Work with the cheese first. There are 7 different types of cheese in this recipe. With all of that cheese, it's no wonder it's at the top of the list for comfort food recipes. Last but not least, Asiago cheese. If you can find a block of it, great. If not, use what you've got. 1/4 cup, 25 grams. Using a blend of cheeses gives you better flavor and texture. Cheddar adds sharpness, Parmesan and Romano bring depth, and softer cheeses help everything melt smooth and creamy. So that's it, that takes care of the cheese. This is a baked mac and cheese recipe, so the next step, get your baking dish ready. Butter a 9 by 13 baking dish, that's 23 by 33 centimeters. Moving forward with step number 3, snagging the macaroni and cooking it. 1 pound or 454 grams. Round up a large sauce pot, fill it with water, add some salt, bring it to a boil. Whenever the water comes to a rolling boil, drop in the macaroni. Occasionally stir and cook for 1 minute less than the instructions indicate. Then you can drain it and put it to the side. While the macaroni cooks, it gives you the perfect amount of time to make that homemade cheese sauce for this creamy mac and cheese recipe. Round up a 2.5 quart or 2.3 liter sauce pot, crank the heat up to medium. A roux will be used as the thickening agent for this cheese sauce recipe. So add 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of unsalted butter. After the butter has been melted down, add 3 tablespoons or 24 grams of all-purpose flour. Frequently stir and watch the heat. You don't want to burn this. Cook it over medium to low heat for roughly about 2 to 3 minutes. A Chick-fil-A mac and cheese recipe is extremely popular. With that said, there are still many different restaurant copycat recipes out there. What's your favorite? Next up to bat, adding the cool cooking liquids to the hot roux, lump-free every time. First pour in 2 cups or 500 milliliters of heavy cream, also called whipping cream and double cream in some countries. Then you'll pour in 1 cup or 250 milliliters of evaporated milk. Give it all a quick stir over medium heat to make sure that the roux is well incorporated into the cooking liquid. So you may be wondering why I'm using evaporated milk. Evaporated milk is the secret to an ultra creamy mac and cheese. It has less water and more concentrated milk proteins, which helps emulsify the cheese and prevents a greasy or broken sauce. If you've never tried it, I suggest you give it a go. Next, add 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. This will add a touch of flavor for this copycat Chick-fil-A mac and cheese recipe. Mix it together over medium heat and don't go anywhere. It will start to thicken up relatively quickly once it starts to simmer. Whenever it starts to get thick, you can take it off heat. The sauce shouldn't be too thick, it should just coat the back of a spoon. Give it a quick taste to adjust the seasoning. Add a touch of salt if necessary. At this point in the process, you'll start to add the cheese either off heat or on very low heat. Check out this video's description for a full list of the ingredients used to make this homemade mac and cheese recipe. Add it a little bit at a time, stir it in, and repeat the process. One of the secrets of this copycat recipe is the use of American cheese. American cheese melts perfectly because it contains emulsifiers. That means no grainy texture, just smooth, creamy cheese sauce that stays stable, just like restaurant-style mac and cheese. You might even want to crank the burner up to low heat if you have it off heat. Mix it until it's smooth. At this point in the process, you'll temper 2 egg yolks and add them to the mix. Egg yolks gives the mac and cheese a texture similar to baked custard style mac and cheese or a southern baked mac and cheese or a French gratin style pasta. It becomes creamier, richer, and slightly more firm when baked. After you've separated the egg yolks, turn the heat to the sauce off. Quickly scramble the eggs. Round up something to spoon a little bit of the cheese sauce into. Then slowly whisk the eggs into the bowl with the cheese sauce. Make sure it's well mixed.
And then slowly add it to the cheese sauce.
When adding tempered eggs to any sort of sauce, you definitely don't want the sauce to be very hot. If it's above 175 degrees Fahrenheit or 79 degrees Celsius, you risk scrambling or curdling the eggs. When the eggs are mixed into the sauce, turn your burner onto low heat and bring the sauce to a temperature of at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius. At that point, you know your eggs are fully cooked.
Then you can take it off heat and you're ready to throw everything together.
Now it's time for step number 5 for this easy mac and cheese recipe, combining all the ingredients and baking.
The macaroni, it's finished. It was cooked for 1 minute less than the manufacturer's instructions. We have our delicious cheese sauce. You'll have to have a big sauce pot or a big mixing bowl to mix it all together in. And then add the cheese to the macaroni.
To keep baked macaroni and cheese from drying out, make sure the sauce is extra creamy before baking and do not overbake it. The pasta will absorb the moisture, so start with a looser, richer sauce.
You could use this to bake it in, but I'm going to put it in the 9x13 baking dish.
It's ooey and gooey. You could even eat this right now. It's perfect as long as you cook those eggs to at least 160 Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius. But because Chick-fil-A is the best macaroni and cheese recipe around and they bake theirs, that's what I'm going to do, a creamy baked mac and cheese.
Spread it around.
If you'd like an extra crispy top, you could always add half of a cup or 50 grams of shredded sharp cheddar cheese to the top.
Pop this into a preheated oven at 400 Fahrenheit, 205 Celsius
for 10 minutes until it's bubbly and has golden brown patches on top. And while the mac and cheese bakes in the oven is a perfect time for you to check out my cookbooks, Comfort Foods Made Simply and Sauces Made Simply. All recipes come with a free video tutorial to help guide you through the cooking process. I'll put links in the description. Get your copy today. After baking for about 10 minutes, if your top is not crispy golden brown, you can always broil for a couple minutes until you like what you see. And the key to this baked macaroni and cheese recipe is not to overbake it. And that's all there is to it. That's how you make a copycat Chick-fil-A mac and cheese all from scratch. So whether you're cooking for family dinner, holidays, or comfort food craving, this is the ultimate mac and cheese recipe. Thank you so much for watching the Sauce and Gravy channel. If you found this recipe helpful, be sure to hit that like button, hype it up, and share it with your friends. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, remember, it's just you, me, and the sauces. Keep whisking, y'all.
Let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah. Rich, cheesy. Woo! You're gonna love this.